Well, I mean, off top, if we're talking about food-related diseases, it's diabetes and hypertension. Interestingly enough, most people connect West Oakland with violence and homicides and things like that. And that a certain piece of that is true. So for young people, the number one cause of death is homicide. But why else would a young person die? Really, you know what I'm saying? Like, not that that makes sense, but if a young person dies, it must have been somebody killed. I mean, you're not going to find a lot of, I mean, maybe in 10 years, you know, we are kind of moving in that area where you will find young people who have a lot of health problems by the time they're like 20, you know. But at right now, you know, young people are for the most part healthy, you know. But so off of that, the number one killer of all people in West Oakland is hypertension. That's number one. So our folks is dying of heart attacks and cancers. Those are the two things that are killing us. And so, you know, nobody sounds the alarm on that. Like, we're always in the streets, and this is the thing that I'm trying to push black people to be more aware of is food. Like, we've lost food as a political thing, and it's always been a political thing, even from, because we were growing the food at one point, you know, so it was always political. Like, when we were sharecropping, it was political. After sharecropping, when the Panthers came on, it was political. How are we getting food into our babies' mouths every day so that they can perform, you know? It's always been political, but it's falling off our radar. It's falling off our radar. And so, when we think about like what's really killing our people, no one's sounding an alarm. Like, no one's like, I'll give a Dick Gregory quote for an example, right? So Dick Gregory says, you know, you got these brothers out here and they're real conscious, and they'll lay down a mean rap on how the man is killing us, putting us in prisons and putting crack in our neighborhood, but then they'll walk up into a KFC and help the genocide right along. So, you know, we don't sound the alarms. Like, most people think like, oh, it's the violence in the streets that's really killing us, and that's true to a certain extent. But it's also what we're eating that's taking our parents away from us at an early age. Like, my mom, she died when she was 41. 41.